Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll do it himself on the draw. Makes a man miss. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires left. It's caught. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
He might want another play. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. He leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. To the air, it's Manning. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Turning on the Jets. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Complete to the right. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the shot. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a could have held on. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Manning. He slings it deep to the left. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Lets it fly deep downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Oh, he's got some space. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. At midfield, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna run it. It's Peoples.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
To the air, it's Sayin. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Man, you got to love the versatility of the big fella. put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in a slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, this defense has been lights out for the majority of this football game. They did give up a score to this guy, but they know who the big weapon is. They know where the quarterback is going to be looking. So here in the second half, they're going to have a plan for him, and they did on that last one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Finding open areas. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it inside the 25. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback running on the draw. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Throws to the tight end. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately probably wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. They get to him as he throws. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Let's go! The inside handoff. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got...
Turning it on. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
He wants a big play here late. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Manning. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed to stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Lost a throw on first down. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete. I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And, man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time, and I love how he sees the ball, he breaks on it. This defense, they have an opportunity.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To throw, it's Sayin. Going for 6. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a great call on defense. Perfect coverage for what the offense had dialed up. They're able to get the pick, and now they set their offense up with an opportunity to drive the field and at least tie this one up.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. That game not nearly as competitive as many of us expected. I think it was a quintessential example of one team got ready for a game, and the other one got ready for a fight.
Yeah, I think we've got a new favorite to win the national championship right now. If you're betting this top 5 opponent to blow out the #1 team in the country like that, that is a statement.